Hello folks, Gappy here, and today I decided to give another opinion on the internet because that worked well the last few times. So I've been doing the BlazBlue thing for some 3 months right now. I've been over like almost at 100 hours of gameplay, and I've been getting like some comments on my Twitch channel about people asking if they should get into BlazBlue Centralfiction, and I thought it would be a great idea to make a video about that, right? But before I do that, I want you to go into the comments section and you tell me if you should get into BlazBlue Centralfiction, and the best answer will get totally free a subscription to my channel, and I'll be extra generous and give you a free like button. So go do that right now. So here's a funny story for you guys. I mean, I should do the proper voice, right? With the release of Street Fighter 6, a young and upstart fellow with no job decides to delve into content creation, making streams and funny videos for YouTube. However, his channel doesn't shine too much, since everyone is making content for that game. One day, this innocent lad realizes he had a game lying in his library with very little playtime, and he thinks, "Hey, I could do a stream and video about this one game for funsies. Call it Street Fighter Guy Tries BlazBlue Centralfiction. Could be able to get some laughs out of people." Poor boy did not realize the consequences of his own actions. For you see, that video blew up with unexpected attention, which made the boy do another, which also blew up. So he did another, and another after that. Those videos ended up attracting a very dedicated group of individuals to the streamer, the guy, the boy, yes. And every Saturday, they come together into a room, a Gappy room if you will, and they beat the streamer up so hard that he cries every Saturday at twitch.tv/GappyStream. Go there, it's very fun. So, since I have a little bit under 100 hours in this game, I feel like I can give my honest and unbiased opinion on this game. This game is dog shit. This game is trash. I absolutely love it, and I cannot stop playing it. But Gappy, that does not make sense. What are you talking about? Well, I am glad you asked, my friend. Because to talk about that, first we have to talk about BlazBlue's gameplay and the illusion of balancing. I know everyone has talked about the balancing thing, right? It's like the staple of the fighting game community. But when you talk about a game like BlazBlue, I don't think it applies really. Like, nowadays we have fighting games that come out EVO ready, right? This game didn't even come out, but he was confirmed at EVO 2020 something, and everyone is already labbing for that, and you don't even get to play the game yet, but people are already labbing that shit. And then what do you know? EVO comes out, and everyone is playing fucking Ken. What do you know? That for me is the biggest problem of balancing today, because people try to tell us, oh, we're making this game balanced, but they end up making this one character being the absolute best at the game because they tried, oh, we balance everyone else. But this guy, he has something, some specific thing, some frame data bullshit that actually makes him the undisputable best character in the game. Honestly, I don't feel like balancing was one of the priorities people had while making the BlazBlue characters. Gameplay-wise, I mean. It just feels like they want the characters to be as much fun as they can while staying true to the character's lore capabilities and whatnot. And I'm honestly okay with that. Okay, that's cool and all. I'm sure there's no character in BlazBlue that can absolutely destroy every single other character in the game, right? Jokes aside, I think there are still like 3 characters in BlazBlue that can literally outplay every single character in the game, but the skill ceiling is absurdly high on those characters. To do the things they're meant to do, you need to have like at least like 100 hours of dedicated playtime to that character to get it right. But other than that, I don't think doing like tier lists and ratings for characters in BlazBlue is a viable thing. I really don't. Because those characters play insanely different from player to player. Sure, Some of them have more capabilities than others do, but since this game is completely skill-based, there's only so much you can do depending on the character alone, right? Like doing these Gappy rooms every Saturday, I faced some insane players that were using technically low-tier characters, but I just couldn't do anything about it because these guys have so much experience with that character, and that character even being a low tier can do so much stuff that is just completely overwhelmed whatever I try to do. I understand that this factor of not being able to look at tier lists generally make people get a bit iffy about the game, because nowadays people really want to get into a game knowing like what character will I play or what tech do I need to learn, that kind of stuff, and I will talk about that later. But now I have to talk about the other thing that makes people iffy about the game, which is the character styles. I mean, that's one of the things that made me iffy about BlazBlue when I started playing it. At a first glance, it feels like the character styles are all over the place because the range of character styles is just gigantic in this game. You can go from anime girl, magic anime girl, big guy, average Iceman from video game, I guess. Hot again. Big man again. War crime. I don't know. My point is, there's so much stuff happening in the character design that you sometimes just get overwhelmed by it and you don't know pretty much what to choose or even what you like, really. But I think that's the average sentiment when you hop into a Arc System Works game for the first time, really. For me, those are the two big things that can make you kinda iffy on hopping onto BlazBlue Centralfiction for the first time. And now we can definitely get into the question that this video tries to answer. Should you get into BlazBlue Centralfiction over the course of the year 2024? Yes. Yes, you definitely should. Generally, when people get a first look at this game, they tend to be overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that is happening at all times during the match, which is understandable. There is a lot of things happening, but you shouldn't be discouraged from playing the game just for that, right? Because I had some people coming to me on stream saying that, oh, I wanted to get into this game, but it just looks like it's so much stuff. How do I even get to... where do I even start? And to that, the answer is very simple, really. Play the game. Just play the game. Don't look anything. Don't search for tier lists. Don't search for tag explanations. Don't do nothing. Just go into the game. Play the tutorials. Play the character specifics. Go into the online mode. Fight some matches. That's pretty much it. You will learn more from the game by just doing that than going into some weird internet guide on how should I play BlazBlue. It's literally just that simple, really. You also might be thinking, oh, but now that you said it, this game really feels like it's very unbalanced. I'm kinda scared of going in. And to that I say, so what, dude? This shit is fun. It's so much fun. I've had some of the most janky shit I've ever had in a video game over the course of playing this for like 3 months that I had in my entire life. And this is just like priceless. Oh no, I'm dead. It's over, right? Wow. How did that work? Besides, it's not like many of us would just hop into BlazBlue hoping to go into I'm going in the competitive scenario and I'm gonna dominate everyone else. I don't think that's likely. That might happen though, but I don't think it's likely. And then talking about the character designs, I honestly think BlazBlue has something for everyone, even if it's not clear at first, right? You sometimes get a bit off-put by the colors and the anime girls and whatnot, but damn, this game has so much cool options in here that there's gotta be something for you, my dude. I mean, if you don't find a big buff suit of armor fueled by hate in a God of War cool as shit, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're just boring. And I'm just talking about the character designs here. I didn't even get to talk about the character playstyle and general gameplay of the thing. I used to think characters from both Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear had a ton of variety on them, with each character playing vastly different from each other and, in turn, making you hate fighting some of them, which granted they do, but goddamn it doesn't hold a candle to what BlazBlue does, especially if you consider the drive system. I'm probably the millionth person to explain the drive system in this platform, so I'll keep it simple. It's a dedicated attack button with its special properties that change according to the character you're playing. For example, Iron Tiger's drive attacks magnetize the opponent, allowing him to essentially grab them for full screen. Hakumen's drives are essentially different types of parries. Arakune throws bugs at the opponent, which curses them, and in turn throws even more bugs at them. And you also have the overdrive system, which busts the character's drive system even further beyond. I think Maximilian Dude once said that good characters absolutely make a video game, and I completely agree. Like, if it weren't for the characters, I don't think I would have kept playing BlazBlue as I did. Sure, I started the game playing Jubei, which I quickly fell off, really, but I got two characters in this game that absolutely got me, one for the design and other for the gameplay. The first one is Arakune. God, I just love that little guy so much. It's actually insane. I think it's safe to say that Arakune is one of my favorite fighting game characters of all time. Not only because his design is fantastic, but because his gameplay is also one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in a video game. It's just like you chuck bugs at people, and then the people get cursed, so they get more bugs instead. I just think it's so much fun, right? Just the design of the character. Really, the fact that he's a slime too, that got me 100%, dude. I am 100% a sucker for weird guys. I really am. The other guy was kind of a weird case that I can't quite put into words. I might have gone a bit overboard. So yeah, I guess that was all I had to say really. Play BlazBlue Centralfiction. It's a fantastic game. And if you're an old player, you somehow hopped out of the game and you want to come back, I'm really doing these things every Saturday. So the room is always open if you guys want to come in and punch me in the face. That is always a fun time here. I'd also like to thank the guys that are sticking up with me to now, because holy, you guys have been such a great community for me, and I'm very grateful to all of you, really. And I hope I can keep providing you some good content and some good games too, right? And yeah, I'll be staying right here. Again, consider liking and subscribing because it really helps the channel a lot, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Ciao!